All right, hello, my kindergartners. New week, still working on time. Now, for our lesson today, you're going to need something that I included in your packets. It's that paper that has the AM and PM routines and the sets of pictures, and you're going to need scissors, okay? So I went ahead and I trimmed these along that outside black line. Okay, and I did trim these, and then I thought, well, they're gonna have to cut them out anyway. So I'm gonna separate these while you guys start cutting out. If you are not done cutting yours out by the time I'm done, pause the video, okay? So we're gonna cut these out together, and then we'll get into the lesson. So we've talked about time by the hour, and now we're going to get into the difference between what happens in the morning and what happens in the afternoon, what happens in the evening, okay? Now, if we were doing school like normal, this would be one of our math centers, and it's such an important one that helped past classes that I wanted to send it home with you guys so you guys can practice this. You can review it. You can quiz your grown-ups on it. Maybe work with a sibling on it. So this is the part where if you're not done cutting out, go ahead and pause and then come back when you're done cutting it out. All right, so you should be done cutting out by now. So here's what we're gonna do, okay? We are going to take a look at each card and decide if it's in AM, after midnight, okay, which is in the morning, okay, or PM, pre-midnight, okay, or post-midday, some people say it's called, okay? So if it's an AM routine, we're gonna lay it here. If it's a PM routine, we're gonna lay it here, okay? So for example, and I've just got my little stack of cards right here, washing the breakfast dishes. When do you usually wash the breakfast dishes? Hopefully right after breakfast, and breakfast is in the morning, okay? All right, next one, what about set the table? I would always be asked to set the table for dinner, okay? Maybe you're being asked to set the table for all of the meals now that we're home, but usually kids are home to help with dinner. So this one would be a PM routine, okay? All right, bus to school. Now our school, we don't have school buses. Sometimes your parents might feel like a bus driver or a chauffeur, but when do you get driven to school? That happens in the morning, okay? All right. Next one is clean up your toys. When do you have to clean up your toys? I have Lynn clean up her toys before she goes to bed. So that would be a PM routine. Okay, let's do a couple more, and then you guys can either pause the video and finish sorting these, or you can finish it later, okay? All right, brush your teeth after you wake up. So when do you wake up? In the morning, okay? Oh, and what about this one? Brush teeth before bed. Well, we go to bed in the evening. So there we go, okay? When do you wake up? We usually wake up in the morning. Maybe you wake up from a nap in the afternoon. Sometimes I do. Okay, all right, this one's another tricky one given the situation that we're in right now. When do you do homework? And every family might be a little bit different. Maybe you do it throughout the day. For our family routine, currently in quarantine, we do our schoolwork in the morning, okay? So if you want to put it there, that's fine with me, okay? Or I'm going to try and scoot these because we're going to run out of room. Or you can think, well, when would I normally do my routine if we were in school? You probably would do it after school in the evening. So either way, whichever one, I'm fine with, okay? Even if you do some of your schoolwork in the morning, some of it in the afternoon, I'll let you choose for this one, okay? All right. When do you make your bed? Some of you might kind of giggle and look at your grown up like Lynn just did to me across the room going, never. I do. When should you make your bed? In the morning when you get up, okay? She's all defensive. Okay, when do you eat dinner? In the morning or in the AM or in the PM? In the PM. What about breakfast? We eat breakfast in the morning, okay? Ooh, when do you take a bath? Now, again, this might change now that we're home all day on quarantine, because the other day, Lynn got really, really dirty in the morning and she had a bath in the morning. But typically, usually we take a bath in the PM before bed, okay? All right. Oh, there's only a few left. We'll go ahead and we'll just do this together, okay, if you want. All right. When do you arrive at school? Well, we have our classes in the morning, okay? When do we have lights out? That's probably at bedtime. That's in the evening. When do you brush your hair? Now, again, this might be different because I usually will braid Lynn's hair the night before, so we don't have to worry about it in the morning, but some of you guys will brush it in the morning. So I'll let you choose which one. Most of you probably brush it in the morning, but for my family, whether we were in quarantine or not, I would brush and style her hair in a braid the night before, okay? When do you go to sleep? That's in the PM, okay? When do you get dressed? Again, this might change with quarantine, but hopefully you get dressed in the morning. Just kind of helps start the day, okay? Ooh, read a book. Here's another one. It might change, so I'll let you choose, okay, which one you're gonna put. Typically, Lynn will read her books mostly before bed, but like right now when I'm filming videos first thing in the morning, she's sitting down reading a book because I'm in the school area. So either one that you decide to put it on is fine because these are for what your family does, okay? All right, I'm gonna just clean this up real quick and set them off to the side. Hopefully that gets you kind of thinking about the different times of day we do different things, because that, oops, and I just dropped them everywhere. I'll get them later. And that is what our practice pages are about today, with time, everyday events, okay? Now this doesn't necessarily get into AM, PM, and some might be a little bit, oh, it does. You will sort, okay? And some will depend on, you know, if your school has a bus system. So let's think about, you know, what time we usually, or which time makes sense to do things. So you will need a crayon for these just to have a little more fun. We're going to color the most likely time. The most likely time, okay? So for each event, okay? For example, Jen is going to school, okay? 3 o'clock or 8 o'clock. Usually we're going to school around 8 o'clock. Okay? Tom is eating dinner. 6 o'clock, 10 o'clock. It's more likely we'll be eating dinner around 6 o'clock, okay? Jim is waking up 7 o'clock or 1 o'clock, okay? Probably more likely 7 o'clock, all right? So that's what you're gonna do with these. I'll let you practice. Okay, and this page is very similar to what we just did as our warm-up activity for the lesson. So you're gonna cut, trim, and separate on the lines. And then if it's an activity done in the AM in the morning, you're gonna glue it on this side. If it's an activity done in the PM, you're gonna glue it on this side, okay? And I'm not gonna model that because we pretty much just did that with our center activity, okay? So start thinking about different times of day that you typically do certain things, all right? Have fun, enjoy, and have a wonderful rest of your day.